Greetings and welcome to practice today. Welcome to your mat. Welcome to this pause that you've cut out for yourself to be present for your body, mind, for your awareness, for all layers and aspects of being, just as you are. Please take any movements, props, supports, whatever you need to be at ease on your mat. It is a dark moon as we record and flow this morning, and I'm on my moon, so I'm going to do a flow with very little inversions. Please feel free to add inversions, stronger breath work or core or deeper twists, whatever's right for you today. That's not where I'll be going, but please listen to your body and know it's right for you. Have a comfortable seat. Support yourself so you can be here for a bit and do breath, sound, and awareness practices. You can also do that laying down if I see that's where you're at. Feel free to be there. And also, I found some new and interesting music. So there may be a shout out at some point when someone realizes what it is. All right, let's come to the mat. Get any little wiggles or fidgets or whatever you want to call them out. And just feel your body listen as you come to land. We don't need to demand ourselves into automatic stillness, but hi, good morning, body. I hear you as I come to sit. I feel that achy, moony, low back thing. I feel the chill in my feet. I feel the support of the seat beneath me. Feel the inspiration to root down into the earth, to lift up through the heart and the head. And as the eyes gently close, deepen the breath and breathe your spine. Maybe you're inspired to sort of just float back in space a bit. Allow yourself to land, to settle, to be present, just as you are, here and now. Welcome the breath, long, slow, and deep through your spine. And through your body into earth and sky, feeling the sky come down into your body as your breath, rooting your body down into earth, and your body as part of this earth, offering that breath back up to the sky. And you might continue to deepen these breaths and breathe spine as you settle back into your seat. And remembering your body as part of earth, I invite you into the wonder question, contemplation, designed to just open our minds a little more. Where does the sky become your breath? Where does your breath become the sky? And as you breathe yourself, earth and sky being, can you sense the warmth, the electricity of your life force within your body, in your skin, just outside the body? And how far outside the body can you expand a sense of self, a sense of being? sense the awareness that witnesses the body, the awareness that witnesses the rise and fall of sensation, perception. You sense the spaciousness into which all phenomena arises: thought, sound, temperature, emotion, sensation. Noticing the perceptions, and then the perceiver, and the space in which all of this exists. And what if? Can you imagine yourself being this vast ocean of awareness, this spaciousness in which all sensing is arising? And see if you can stay connected both to the spaciousness as well as whatever arises. Notice that most often the mind contracts to whatever arises, especially when it's intense emotion or an exciting thought, which of course emotion, thought, so intertangled. And we'll practice this throughout our practice, that our physical practice, that is, that even as intensity arises, can we stay connected to the vast field of awareness, to the openness and ease that might be around whatever else is arising. It's helpful to cultivate this practice for so many things. And I find most especially this is a very supportive tool in times of physical or emotional pain or challenge. To be able to notice what arises. Notice the mystery of who or what is noticing. Continue to expand the awareness out to awareness itself. A vast ocean of spaciousness, consciousness, pure awareness into which all perception arises. What if we were indeed this space, peace, consciousness, awareness itself? Adjust your seat as needed, move slowly. I want to invite you here into a vibrational practice. So if there's any tightness here, maybe just do this anyways. You might bring your fingertips or your middle knuckles to the center of your forehead and draw some circles in the center of the forehead, and then slowly begin to circle outward. Just imagine you're washing away any tension, consternation, and distraction. Just washing the forehead, the mind liberating itself, washing outward to the temples, and take a few breaths to massage the temples. Deepen your breath. Soften your lips, maybe a little horse lips there, a little fluttering of your lips. Maybe some circles of the jaw there as we're headed down to massage the jaw right where it's tightest. So let the jaw hang and bring the knuckles or strong fingertips into that big masseter muscle that connects upper and lower jaw. Circling here. Soften the tongue, let the jaw hang as much as you can. You figured it out, huh? Oh, it's Tool. It's Tool, you got it. Yeah, nice job. Tool, yes. Yoga translations of Tool. That's what we're listening to, folks. Good times. So, yep. There we go. Joyful angst today. Washing out the jaw. Sorry, I missed the first one. You totally had it. Yeah. And then when you're ready, you can take the thumb beneath the bottom of the jaw and the first finger on the top and kind of squeegee out the bottom of that masseter and then all along the bottom line of the jaw. Pull it forward and out through the chin and the mouth and spit it out. Now let's bring our fingers like little rakes, like little combs on the crown of the head here, and we'll just kind of wiggle at first the scalp over the skull. Wiggle, wiggle, scalp over skull, forward and back, side to side, little circles, whatever feels good there. And then imagine like you're peeling away tension on the head. So you can continue the wiggle, circles, little fingernails if that feels good for you, or just pressing in with the finger pads. And imagine you're just peeling away like a sticky, stuck layer of thought or tension. And just feel into where you feel that. We're just going to do this. I was going to say just once, but we're going to do it again. So, seek out the sensitive spots. Maybe you wiggle a little further back and forward. And again, keep moving the scalp over the skull. We're just scrubbing, peeling, washing away any busyness or tension in the head. And then when you're ready, bring that down the neck and pull the sides of the neck from either side of the spine forward. A little kind of kitty pawing there. And then you can take that down to the tops of the shoulders. Scoop the fingertips in behind the shoulders. And then let's pull forward. Again, looking like a little squeegeeing out here. Imagine just squishing any tension out of the shoulders, and we'll take that down the side bodies, down the legs. You could pause for a moment, notice the sensation, warmth, tingling, circulation, whatever's present for you. And maybe you can sense into where your body wants that again, and bring the hands up to the crown if you like, a little forward of the crown, a little behind the crown. Find what's right for you. We could do this itself for a long time. So I'm trying to do the short version here. And again, that little wiggle, slide, roll, peel away. Breathe into it and really just imagine peeling away any stuck thoughts, any looping patterns of things you don't actually need in there, or just tension, physical tension. Give yourself a little head massage and peel it all away. Wash it all away. Wash it all away. And then eventually come to your neck whenever that's right for you. And begin that little pull down and forward from either side of the spine. Soft jaw, little wiggles. You can paw into that for a moment. Big breaths. And slowly, as your body calls you to, begin to move that down towards the tops of the shoulders, squeegeeing forward. exhaling that down, out to the sides, down the legs. Give a little press into the legs, lift your heart. Please feel free to do that again if you like, or come into a relative stillness. Bring that breath awareness again into your back body. Notice if anything's moved or changed. Really intend here, if you will, to keep the eyes, tongue, jaw, neck, shoulders soft. And let's go through 5 rounds of bee's breath. It may be more or less, depending on the length of your breath. You could play with any note. And for bee's breath, it can be beneficial most of the time to lift pelvic floor and navel, tip of the tongue, and eyes lightly to third eye center. If you're in a heavy moon flow day or things want to move down and out of your body, then we don't do that mula bandha. We don't lift up from the root, just so you know that. So you can still lift the tip of the tongue and the eyes lightly. Exhale and pour your breath out, and at your own pace, we will vibrate the NG, the end of the Om, with a soft mouth. Soft eyes, jaw, tongue. Feel the effect of the vibration. You could do these vibrations for 5, 20 minutes, hour. And wow, they can really shift what happens in the mind, what happens in the physiology. It's a great free, sober high, no crash. Play with that as you like, as we just begin a little movement here in the seat, soon moving to hands and knees. Press into fingertips, lift the heart, squeeze the shoulders. Breathe wide across the wings of your heart. You can open the fingers a little wider to the side even. Keep working the shoulders on the back and chin to chest. Let's slide the chin along the collarbone. Look up and over the right with head and eyes. Inhale. And exhale, release the head back through center. Trace along to the other side. And then let's bring the hands behind you. You could squeeze onto your support once you're even there, or clasp the hands and root down, press into the earth, work the shoulders on the back. Inhale, open heart, face, chest. If you'd like to, bring the bottom teeth up over the top teeth so we can lengthen the back of the neck and arch back a bit. Just be sure you're not closing back, like no sharp angle there. Bring the bottom teeth over the top, big breath, and stretch out jaw and throat. That's your inhale, and as you exhale, you can release the hands and slide them forward to the knees or the earth and squeeze or hiss it by hissing or shushing the breath out. We're doing a little liver cleansing there. And this can be helpful for actual physical detoxification as well as energetic, especially things like anger or resent. Let's bring the hands back again. Squeeze, root down. Shoulders on the back. Lift heart, face, chest. Maybe lift the bottom teeth over the top teeth. Big inhale. And then exhale whenever you're ready. Let's do a few more. And if you don't want to, you don't have to release the hands. You can just curl in there. A couple more. That feels good. Okay, hopefully that felt good for you. Please continue as you like. Or let's open the arms up. Gather up the sky as you're ready. Draw the hands down and remember yourself. Sky, vast, infinite, divine, containing everything, within everything. And what is it that you would choose to focus on today? Find a word, a mantra, or an image that lights you up inside, above, a heart quality. Imagine directing all the energy of our practice to this yes, I am. May it be for the greatest good for yourself. See that on all layers, body, mind, and spirit. Breathe and repeat that I am, if you will. Imagine it overflowing from you and becoming benefit and blessing to those around you. And then imagine, if you will, that continuing to ripple out from you, from all the beings you come into contact with, to all those in the whole world, all beings receiving blessings of beneficence, of unconditional loving awareness, of compassion, of care. And let's take 3 rounds of Om. 1 for yourself, 1 rippling out to those around you, and 1 out to all beings, imagining that intention, that yes, rippling out. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes. Let's float the hands down, maybe roll out your wrists on the way down, and then shake or whatever your body out as needed, and we'll make our way onto hands and knees. Of course, pad your knees if you need to. Work on fingertips or forearms if you need to, or you want to work on strengthening the wrists and hands. And strong tiger paws on the earth. Claw the earth and actively pull hands and knees towards one another. Shoulder blades down the back. And lift your tail, lift your crown, open up, hello Shiva. And as you exhale, push the earth away, lift the navel and curl, bowing into yourself around through the spine. And let your breath lead, inhaling, opening, exhaling, curling in. Moving with the breath. We'll go 2 more. Today 5 shall be the number of the counting, and the number of the counting shall be 5. At the bottom, you could begin to circle, rolling the hip, ear, shoulder together on one side, rounding through into cat, and then squeeze ear, hip, shoulder together on the other side, lift up into cow, and continue. Circling in that direction, moving with the breath. Try to find the fullness of the filling and the completeness of the emptying. Okay, going for 5 each direction. So last breath or 2 in this direction, wherever you're at. And then take your time at the bottom, switch directions. What wants to move here? What's feeling a little sticky here? Any little micro movements? Invite all parts into this. And then find center, maybe a little tail wag or wiggles. Feel that you're opening and awakening. And strong core again. Pull hands and knees together, long spine. As you're ready, you can step the left knee to center a bit and open the right knee out to the side. Big hip circles. You could just circle or kick back through that circle and pull back in. Again, 5 in each direction. So after 5, squeeze in, press out, and then open out. Excuse me, and pull back in, moving with the breath. And after your last one, kick way back, turn the toes out to the side and land the outside of that foot and stretch the top arm forward. Time to remove a layer, it's me, but root into the outside of that top foot. Reach the top fingers long from there and breathe a long, long side body breath. Roll the face chest open to the sky, and you can stay in that dynamic line there, just getting as much length as you can in the side body, or as inspired, 5 more breaths. Add that arm vinyasa, roll on through. And take your time on your last time around, or one time after that, pick about the top foot up, and you could steady here, level out, hug into core so strong you could be light on those bottom fingertips even, stay with that, or put a bow on it, reach back for that top ankle or foot, squeeze the shoulders and kick back, open heart, maybe a little lift of the corners of the mouth as you slide ears back over shoulders, and 4 more deep breaths here. And slow and steady unwind, stretch it out, and float down. Get ready for second side. Any little wiggles or movements there, whatever you need to support yourself as you get ready for second side. Maybe step the right knee a little bit towards midline. Pull hands and knee towards one another so there's some plug into the core. So everything stays stable here as this left leg opens to the side. Inhale, maybe it kicks back. Exhale, curl in, knee to nose, and open up, kick back. Moving with the breath, 3 more in this direction. After 5 in one direction, come on in and switch directions. And then kick way back, turn the toes out to the side, root down through the outside of that foot and stretch those top fingers forward. Get that side body line as long as you can, rolling that bottom rib, face chest to the sky. and really find some action, some awakeness in that side body line. Stay with that as you like, or add the arm vinyasa. 4 more breaths. And then take your time as you come around the next one. Pick that top leg up, hug it into the core. Can maybe so much you come light on those bottom fingertips. Stay there or put a bow on it as you like. Reach back for ankle or foot, kick back, squeeze. Smile the ears back over the shoulders, hold 5. Slow and steady unwind. Stretch it out, come on back. Turn your toes under. Press back for a moment, child's pose. Give your tail a little wiggle wag there and breathe a little stretch of your feet. A little stretch of the low back. And then yogi's choice. If down dog is for you today, go for it. I am not. So option, just to come back into a little tuck, crouch, squat. Breathe here. So down dog or your little squat, crouch, tuck thing. Breathe your back body. Next big inhale, prepare as you exhale. Push into your feet and find your way into a forward fold just briefly. From the forward fold, find your feet strong on the earth and hug muscles to bones or root to rise and roll or fly up. Press down and take your time at the top. Open wide and gather up. Draw that energy in and center it and focus it to your heart. And repeat your mantra here. Breathe and repeat your yes, I am. May all the effort and energy of this practice nourish, heal, inspire. Notice what's present for thought, sensation, emotion, whatever's there. And see if you can expand your awareness to the space that holds it all, the space into which it is arising. And then let's hop or step wide, and we'll begin to play into the legs. So pretty darn wide as you're comfortable with here. 3 to 4 feet, heels in, toes out. And you want to make sure that as you bend the knees and the middle toes are right in alignment. So adjust the turnout as needed for that. And we'll warm up into this turnout here. So go ahead and press with the hands along the inseams as you sink down. As you inhale, you could come back up, straightening the legs, and then press those inseams wide, shoulders on the back, lift the heart. You want the spine to be long and neutral here. So notice if you're leaning forward, that's going to happen more if you're tighter in there, and that's okay. But we're looking to just straighten the body to be able to be more upright, base of the skull, right over base of the spine when we come into the horse stance or the wide squat. Soft mouth as you breathe the hips in a big way here. And then take your time. Sink on down into that. Let's bring the fingers pointing down, hands on the thighs above the knees, and press those thighs back and wide. Move your seat forward, low back in, heart forward. Inhale there and exhale, press that left thigh away, lift the navel, turn, look over the right shoulder, squeeze the navel back to whatever extent is right for you. Again, if it is a noonday, then you don't squeeze to your most extreme. We're being gentle with twists, and gentle with inversions. Following your breath, side to side. And let's stick with our 5 today, so we'll play with this a little longer. And you could pulse side to side for 5 breaths, or you could hold the last one on each side for a couple breaths and see how deep you could go there. You could begin to turn the fingertips towards the inner thighs, towards the sky, so they're fully spiraling around, or most of a circle. You get a little deeper in that shoulder and the lats, thoracic. And take your time once you're done on one side. If you're going for the extended version, couple breaths on the other side. And take your time once you're done there. Inhale and open and center in Devyasana. Sink down into it. And then inhale, shine on out. Parallel your feet. Find your Tarasana or star pose. Isometrically pull the feet towards each other. Squeeze the shoulders on the back. Hug all the musculature up and into center. And just feel yourself shining out from there. If there's tension in the shoulders, reach the arms higher. Invite the shoulders to drop down and relax. And just feel your energy body here, your power body. Remember yourself, child of the universe, whole, perfect, and beautiful just as you are. Pure conscious awareness dancing with this form, dancing in and out of different weathers of thought, emotion, and experience. And so it is. May we stay curious. May we stay in wonderment. Big inhale as you exhale, bend the right knee and pivot, turn the toes out and sink in, rotate that. Sink deep into that front knee. If you'd like here, even for a moment, you could just bring the left hand to the hip. And again, press that thigh wide and make sure middle toes are in alignment. You could play with pulsing in and out of that. If you've got knee strengthening to do, this is a great one to do. And you just do tiny, tiny little bends and straightens, like 10 to 15 degrees of what's possible. So you're just kind of playing peekaboo with those middle toes. Press out through the outside of the back foot, and whenever you're ready, reach the arms up. Hug the feet strong on the earth. Hug muscles to bones. Find your strength and steadiness there in your feet and legs. And as inspired, let's swim. Reach that top arm way back. Reach the front arm way forward. Yeah, that would be the back arm way back. And the front arm way forward. Just moving with the breath here, riding on the waves of the breath. You can bring any fluidity into the hands, wrists, shoulders here. And keep the strength and steadiness of the legs as much as you can, and find freedom in your spine and your arms. Ride in the waves of life. That's what we all been doing for a while. Ride in the waves. And so it is. Stay in that dance or find ground as you like. Let's ground into the back leg at first. Bring the back hand down and push in from that rooting down. Blossom your heart open to the sky. Keep that front knee deep and wide and pull that front arm up out of the waist. You can look towards that top hand or back down at the back foot or straight ahead as you like. A few more breaths here. Inhale big and bright. As you exhale, lift from the arches, pelvic floor, navel, and bring that right elbow forward. Press onto that front thigh and roll. Bottom ribs, face chest to the sky. Root again into the outside of that back foot and stretch your fingers long. Deep, full side body breath. For 5. Big inhale as you exhale, pull up from the top hand over your strong feet, warrior two. Inhale, and as you exhale, sweep the arms through center, heels in, toes out. Cross those arms over and sink down, Devyasana. I like to add that fierce goddess breath or lion's breath there, and then shine it back out, superstar. Parallel feet, hug feet to earth, lift those arches, pelvic floor, hug muscles to bones, squeeze the shoulders. Breathe and repeat your mantra here, feel your aliveness. Circulation, the difference in the sides, whatever's present. And then what is holding what is present? What is noticing that? Can you sense the spaciousness and peace beneath sensation, thought, emotion? Big breath in. Exhale, left knee bends and pivot. Turn the toes out and sink in. And again, let's just do this because we did on the other side. Bring that left hand to your inseam and just play with a little bending and straightening of that knee. Making sure middle toes are right in alignment. And again, if you're going for some knee strengthening here, the tiny bend, only 10 to 15 total degrees. And be sure the back foot is strong, but the knee is soft. There should be some bounce in that knee. Make sure to not lock it out. Notice how those tiny movements of just playing peekaboo with the toes there, it starts to create a warmth, maybe a little shaking around the kneecap, getting those smaller muscles that we don't work with as much. And stay with that as you like, or come into warrior two. Arms up high as you like, let the shoulders relax, hug the feet to the earth, pull the feet towards one another, feel that core strength and the depth of your warrior two seat. Your breath fullness, and as inspired, pull the back hand away back, and then the front hand away forward, or as far as feels right for you. And let's dance. Again, feel free to add the wrists, elbows, shoulders, head, all of it. Strong legs, stay as steady as you can in your foundation, and as fluid as you're able or inspired to be in the upper body. Play with that as you like, or follow any breath to find land. Pull way back, land on that back leg, push in, lift that front arm up out of the waist and breathe into the bottom tip of the lung there. One more breath, going for those 5 big breaths in each shape. And follow the bottom of that exhale to lift from arches, pelvic floor, navel, and transition side angle. Press that thigh wide. Roll bottom ribs, face chest open. Reach that top arm forward from the outside of the back foot. Really activate that side body line. And deep full breaths here. Big inhale as you exhale, come on back up. Warrior two, inhale. As you exhale, sweep through. Heels in, toes out, and sink in. Inhale, shine out, the superstar. Deep full breaths. Inhale here. If you would like to, fly the hands down, clasp the hands, pull on that clasp, squeeze the shoulders on the back, and lift your heart. It's yogi's choice here. We're going to have about 5 breaths again. Find any breathful edge of back bend, or take that right into a forward fold if that's what's right for you today. Half forward fold is also an option. A few more breaths. Inhale as you exhale, hug in and rise back open into your superstar. Inhale, big breath. Exhale, right knee pivot, sink in. Warrior 2. Inhale, exhale, dancing warrior. Big breath, breathe that dancing warrior. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, stretch it out, side angle. Just one breath on each right now. As you exhale, come on back up and straighten the front leg. Look forward and reach forward as far as you can. Deep, deep front groin, and then bring fingertips to shin. Block or earth. Lay the shoulders back. Ears back in line with the shoulders. Lift your heart. Maybe lift the corners of your mouth. Holding steady here. Or arm vinyasa. Let's say 5 more breaths now. Any movements. Also notice if it feels great to reach forward or back. You can drop the head down. Roll out there. Little neck shoulder release. 3 more breaths. Wherever feels right for you. Last breath cycle. At the end of the exhale, engage strongly into the core. Bend that front knee and lift up. Warrior 2. Inhale the pose. Exhale, sweep hands through center, heels in, toes out, and sink in. Devyasana. Inhale, shine out. Superstar. Big breath in as you exhale. Bend that left knee. Pivot. Sink in. Second side. Warrior 2. Inhale the pose, and exhale, transition back, dancing warrior. Stretch it out. Deep full breaths, a few more. Oh no, we were only visiting 1 each in this one. Sorry, it just felt really good. And second shape here as you're ready. Side angle. Stay as you like, or you inhale the pose and exhale, come on up. Inhale, straightening that front leg, and deep groin, reach forward as far as you can, looking forward, deep, deep groin, and then fingertips down to shin, block or earth, and lay back from the shoulders, ears in line with the shoulders, squeeze the feet to the earth, the legs towards one another, spine long and rolled open, stay here, breathful, or reach back, bottom to ear heavy. Sweep on through, reach forward, side body long, and follow your breath. Arm vinyasa, 4 more, or pause anywhere in there to play with little micro movements to get release where you need it. We'll come back to neutral. We've got a couple more breaths. And then inhale your triangle as you exhale, pull up from that top hand. Come back into warrior 2, inhale. Exhale, sweep through center, heels in, toes out, sink in Devyasana, fierce breath. Inhale, shine it out, parallel feet, superstar, hold 5. Feel your strength, lift up from the arches, hug into the heart. Breathe and repeat your yes. So we're going to add to what we just did. You may want to block, if you haven't already, put one there on either end of the mat to give support to come into a balanced pose. That'll be a half moon. If you don't need one, don't worry about it. Inhale here. Exhale when you're ready. Bend that right knee, pivot. Sink on in. Inhale here as you exhale back to Dancing Warrior. Inhale here and stretch it out. Exhale, side angle. Inhale here and stretch it out. Exhale back to Warrior 2. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Deep groin, reach way, way forward. We'll take 5 breaths again in triangle for any variations that feel right for you. So you could challenge it more with the core, both arms reaching forward. You could hook around and hold that right inner thigh. Scoop the shoulder blade down, let the head hang. Lots of options here. A few more breaths. Find what feels right for you right now. Find a big inhale when you're ready. Top hand to the hip. As you exhale, bring that right hand just 45 degrees from your pinky toe and 6 to 10 inches, and then pull the back foot up into the core towards hip height or at hip height as you're able. Spread those toes out, hug them into the core. Lift the shoulders, and as much as you can, find a nice clear line of the spine here. In your half moon pose. And just like our early pose, if you are so inspired and stable enough, you're welcome to bend that top knee. Reach your back for ankle or foot. And kick back, squeeze shoulders, lift heart. 5 more breaths, whatever you're playing with here. And last big inhale or so. Please stay longer if you like, or use the exhale to unwind. Step way back. Back to Warrior 2. Inhale. Exhale, sweep through center. Devyasana, sink in. Nice long spines, y'all looking great. Inhale, shine out, superstar. Feel your breath, your aliveness. All that energy moving. And can you sense beneath the big energy, quiet, relative stillness, the spaciousness of you, pure awareness into which perception arises. Last big inhale. As you're ready, let's flow second side. Pivot on that left foot, knee out. Sink in, Warrior 2. Big inhale out as you exhale, back into Dancing Warrior. Deep full breath in the Dancing Warrior. And then exhale, hug to core and come on through. Elbow to that thigh, press wide. Roll, face chest open, reach. From back foot through the fingertips, big breath, inhale. If I skipped anything, go for it. Otherwise, coming back to center as you're ready. Straighten the front leg. Yeah, did I not do Dancing Warrior? I thought so. Okay, dancing. Inhale, stretch. When you're ready, straighten front leg, look forward. Deep groin, reach forward, forward, forward. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Roll it open, lay on back. 5 breaths, find your variation, what's right for you on this side right now. Maybe reach both arms forward, strong core, or hold that inner thigh. Let the head hang. Soft jaw. A few more breaths. And take your time. Find any breath to unwind with. Inhale when you're ready. We'll bring that top hand to the hip. Bend into the front knee. Those left fingers to your block or floor. 45 from your pinky toe, 6 to 10 inches. Lift that back foot up at the height of the hip as much as you can. Turn the toes out. Lengthen out and pull the torso up into the core as much as you can. Stay here, breathful. Or put a bow on it. 5 more breaths. Slow and steady, unwind, back into your Warrior 2. Devyasana. Options. You can shine back into Superstar, clasp the hands, open heart, or forward fold. If the forward fold is not so much for you, maybe go back into the hips. You could bend the knees and middle toes point out, and sidle into that, or play here. Soft jaw. 5 more breaths wherever you're at. And I'm actually going to take that into side lunges for a couple each side. Last breath or so. If you would like, you can move through a good old-fashioned vinyasa or just step through to sit. Take your time. Moving slowly, breathful, listening. It's right for you right now. Breath and awareness. Awareness and breath. When you come to land, it could be down dog, child's pose, or seat right away. Whatever feels good for you. Moving towards a relative stillness. Draw awareness inward for a moment. And notice what's present, your heartbeat, your aliveness, your yes to life. What's present? How's your breath? Notice the space between and beyond breath. Notice the space between and beyond the perception. Can you remember yourself in this space? This openness, this relative stillness and peacefulness. Let's move slowly from here towards some more humble things close to the ground. If you will, extend your legs out in front of you. Roll your shoulders on the back, bring the hands next to the hips, Dandasana. You could stay here or return here at any time. Let's take 5 breaths here. So go ahead and activate the feet, dig the heels in, activate the hands, squeeze shoulders, push into sit bones, lift the heart. Find how every single muscle, that we want to. We don't want to tense the face or neck here. Can be activated in a good way here. You can feel lots of aliveness and efforting and what else? What else? What else? Claw those fingertips. Again, you can return or stay. Otherwise, as you're ready, press into fingers and heels, squeeze your glutes and lift the hips. Come on up into a tabletop or reverse tabletop. Scoop the shoulder blades down the back, squeeze the glutes a bit. Look down your body and see that you're finding as much of a clear alignment as you can. 5 breaths. And then take your time, come down. All the grounding and yummy stuff is next, just in case you're done being challenged. There's that. Root down and feel just what happened there, whatever awakened or opened there. Follow any inhale to flow the arms up the side bodies, reach to the sky, wiggle up out of the waist. Again, very active legs. Feel free to bend the knees as much as you need. Dig those heels in. And then keep lengthening from low back, lifting through the heart and reach on forward. And you could pause there in that forward fold or inhale and drape on up, sliding the hands up the legs, up the side bodies to the sky, and cresting like a big wave over the legs. Those ocean breaths can be really nice. Puckered lips, 3 more breaths resting or flowing this ocean wave. We're going down one more time and reach for the outside of that left foot with your right hand. And pick up the knee, pull it in, pull on the foot to lift the heart, shoulder blades down the back. Back hand could support you here as you play with pressing through that leg, or the back, that left arm can reach up and then open, reaching back, looking back in a gentle twist. One more breath cycle, whatever gets you to your 5. And then we'll take that left arm up and over, cross the wrists, pull on the leg or foot to draw the shoulders down, lift your heart. Inhale here. You can play with bending and straightening the leg a bit or draw the leg in towards your face. You've got a few more breaths, pulsing back to pulling and lifting heart, and then curling in, or any way that feels right for you to find breathfulness in this shape, or some variation of it. And then as you're ready, we'll pull that left foot across to the right and stack the knees up. You may want to wiggle the flesh of the sit bones back, get your business in place there in any way that helps you with the shape or variate the shape as needed. Lots of variations, welcome. And hug into the top knee, wiggle into the sits bones. You could bend the bottom knee, you could open the top knee more, whatever you got to do. You could bring a block or pillow or anything in here. Stay with sitting upright or pull into that top knee, lift lower back, reach the heart forward. Stay with that or flow that left arm over the right. Give yourself a big, big hug, crossing the arms over, pull the shoulders and elbows down. Stay with that or continue to spiral the arms into eagle arms, elbows on or over the knees, and rest your head into the arms. Bring the breath into wherever sensation is arising. Going for our 5 breaths there. And when you're done, drape up, unwind. I'm going to flip my body around. Do what's right for you to set up for second side. Find your strong rooting into Dandasana. Shoulders on the back, tall spine. And as inspired, grow the branches up. Or the arms up. Come to call them branches. So many tree poses in my life. And shining forward, bowing in. And take pause as needed, or just bring that left hand over the top of the right foot or leg and pull it up, knee bent, and then pull into that foot to slide the shoulder blades down the back. Back hand could support you to lift the heart, Straighten that front leg as much as you can, or flow that right arm up and open, reach back, look back. Breathe, gentle twist. Please stay as you like, or come on back, crossing the wrists. Pull onto that foot or leg, shoulder blades down. Inhale, long spine, long leg, and as you exhale, curl in, bow in. Follow your breath. Inhale, lengthen spine, heart up, shoulders down. Exhale, and draw the chest and recent leg towards each other. 3 more breaths, playing with it as is right for you on this side. And then we'll draw that foot in, cross body, outside of that left hip. Again, you might move flesh of sit bones back, wiggle your business back, try to make some space in there, get that pelvic bowl pouring forward. 1 breath at a time, find whatever variation you need to be breathful in the seat. Pull onto the knee, lift the heart. Feel your sit bones and your rooting. And then as inspired, big hug, that right arm over the left. Cross over as far as you can and pull down and ground. Stay with that or keep reaching forward with the elbows. Maybe spiral the arms, eagle arms, and find your resting edge. Deep full breaths for 5 from here. And please stay with that as you like, or gently unwind, pick the leg up, root down, roll the shoulders on the back, lift the heart. Big breath. Reach the arms up. Inhale, lengthen, wiggle up out of the waist. Again, exhale, really try to move forward from pelvic bowl, reaching forward. You could take 5 more of those ocean breaths, flowing over the legs, or find any support for your head so that you can bow in and rest your head and relax the neck, relax the shoulders. Keep some activity in the feet, heels digging in, toes drawing back. With soft face, soft jaw, soft tongue. Oh, and we're almost at 5 breaths already. I want to give you 5 more, at least here, to really just drop in, see if you can find a softening, a meditation, noticing intensity and the peace beneath. And if there's anything just beginning to melt or find ease here in the forward fold, if it's a meditative place for you, please feel free to stay. Otherwise, drape up slowly. I want to invite you into a meditative seat, or you could roll right down into Shavasana. It's up to you. You could take a longer Shavasana, a longer meditation, or a little of both. Find a place where you can come into relative stillness. Bring awareness to your breath, your spine, where you are in space, and see what impulses are there. Are you able to rest into this, or are there any other last movements or shapes that your body needs in order to come into final or one of our final resting places? We do want to really train our body that we're not forcing it into meditation. We're not forcing it into any shapes. We are looking in our practice to befriend the body, to acknowledge what shows up. And then ultimately in the practice, we do aim to come to a stillness. Notice what arises, and that sometimes this is just the chittavritti, or the monkey mind, the want to be busy, so that we don't have to notice what's present. And this therein leads us to the fruit of noticing what is without needing to react or do anything about it. And it's always that balance. There is no absolute. We want to befriend the body, acknowledge its needs. And we also aim to train ourselves into being able to have equanimity, to be with what is, in steadiness and ease. Even when discomfort arises, physically or energetically. So as you're able to, settle in, notice what's present, breath, sensation, perception of temperature, sound, environment. Thought, emotion. Notice how the mind wants to latch onto these things. Acknowledge whatever arises. And see if you can invite yourself to melt and rest into the spaciousness beneath and beyond all of it. In pure, spacious awareness that you are. Spacious awareness, simply observing, experiencing the rising and fall of perception, of all phenomena, without attachment or judgment. Notice as thoughts and perception arises that possibly little holds come into the musculature, face, shoulders, hands. Where is it for you? Does that happen for you? Just let it be interesting and informative. Sometimes we chronically hold thoughts or feelings in thereby certain parts of the body, or we've held a certain part of the body so long that we have that underlying thought and feeling that we haven't even noticed or remembered is there. It's just become part of our homeostasis. And through the practice, we come into deeper awareness and more expansive choice about how we show up and what we're affected by. So please just continue to let it be interesting, curious. Keep invoking wonderment and whatever your intention is. Draw the mind back from where you would choose it not to go into the choice that you've made. I am. Soham. Tat Sat. So it is. I encourage you to stay in meditation or final resting as long as you like, and transition at any point from one to the next. Let it be the breath and that wordless impulse that moves you as you're able to. And if you are watching the recording, of course, you could pause this now and transition and sit or rest longer. Or let's gather up and center in now, back to the heart, gathering up all the energy and that remembrance of your expansive awareness into your heart center, and breathe and repeat your heart's yes, your I am. And may all the energy of our collective practice become this yes, this healing, this resilience for you. May it blossom and flourish and overflow from you to be of blessing and benefit to those around you. May the benefits ripple out. May the awakening, the peace, the joy ripple out. May all beings be joyous and free. Exhale and empty. Inhale your heart's yes, if you will. Join me one great Om to ripple our intentions out for all beings and seal our practice. Namaste. Jai Bhumima. Thank you, beautiful earth, all of nature, for your beauty and wonderment, all the teachings available all around us. Namaste, beautiful humans. Thank you for your presence, your practice. Let me know if there's ever any questions, comments, requests, as you like. I hope you have a wonderful whatever is next for you. Blessings on your journey. Watch for all the beautiful blossoms. Happy spring.